Homies and homettes, it's your girl Candace coming at you to fill you in on her first day of P3 and how it went. Can I just say that I had the best time going into phase 3. Like, I didn't rush it, I didn't force it, I didn't go overboard. I just did it. It was like, today's the day. I have options. I can add more to it. And the fact that I have the option made me kind of stay on track and just do what I normally do. So let me break it down for you. I woke up, mind you, I did have well, it wasn't really a gain, I stayed the same, but the day before, 2 days before that, I had kind of gained a little bit and then gained a little bit more. So I was really kind of nervous coming off of phase 2, already gaining. But, you know, I think it's just your body's changing. It's getting the Omni Drops out your system. So I'm not going to give that too much credit because this morning, after my first day of P3, I was down a pound 0.6. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'll be back up tomorrow. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. So, excuse me. Anyway, I woke up, did my normal routine, had my smoothie, put all my vitamins in it. And because it was early in the morning, I didn't want to like do the egg first thing because I normally don't do that. And even when I was eating normal before I started this round, I just couldn't eat that early in the morning. Had my smoothie, finished that. Packed my lunch, which I just had made some of the P2 chili that I always have often, but I just put more chicken in it because I had that the night before to finish off phase 2, so I had made enough to be able to have it for lunch. And it was tasty, it was good. Like I said, I put a little bit more chicken in it. So it made it a little bit more hearty. And I actually cut up like one small cube of cheese because I said, today I'm just going to stir it in. And that's what I did. When I heated it up, I was just stirring in the cheese. And it wasn't even enough to really taste, but you could kind of see it. And ooh, I don't know why that made me so excited because it was like cheese. And I kind of wanted to be like, hey, cheese, how you doing? Like, this your girl, I missed you. We were back. And it was like we did not miss a beat, me and my cheese. But you know what I decided at that moment? That even though I love cheese, if I can't taste it, if it's not really making the recipe any better, I'm just going to try to alleviate it. I'm going to save that for when I really want it cheesy. Because I'm going to go into the whole cheese, adding it in slow. I don't want to go crazy with it because I know what happens. I cannot just stop. It turns into this new thing. And I'm really, really focused and concentrating on that. Like, I'm really trying to change my habits. So if I'm going to do the chili and add cheese, it's going to be so that I can taste the cheese. Otherwise, if it's not necessary, which I love that chili without it, been having it without it for days, months now, so I'm not going to add it. That's what I learned yesterday. So I had that, and what I noticed is that I got hungry more because by now the Omni Drops are completely out of your system, and they really did help you not be hungry. Yes, I'm still taking my Omni IV and I'm taking my Charge, which helps. But when you're on the drops, that's really turning your fat into fuel, and it really curbs your appetite, and I can tell so much more now that I'm not on it. So I'm like texting EJ like, is it normal that I'm hungry? Because I'm hungry. She was like, yep, go ahead and eat. She got 1,200 calories. And what I noticed through the day is because you are eating healthy things that are not loaded with all this extra fat and all these carbs, and it takes forever to get to 1,200 calories. Like, that seemed like nothing. And in my old habits, that would have been probably like one meal. It could have been lunch for all. I mean, that's just how I got down. So now, yesterday, I had my chili, and I didn't even do my Melba toast. I didn't feel like I needed it. But what else did I have? I don't think I had anything else for lunch. Oh yeah, because I left work early, so I didn't have anything else after lunchtime. But when I got home, I was hungry. So I made some kale chips. They're so good. Mind you, this week, Comcast is having that watch-a-thon week thing, so you can watch all of the like subscription shows for free on demand. And you know, I don't know if y'all know, but Dexter is my show, and I haven't had those paid channels in a few years now. So I'm on started off on season 5. Tell me why. And just since today is Wednesday, since Monday, I've already gotten to the middle of season 6, and there's 12 episodes in each season. I have been hooked on it. So I was watching my Dexter, popping in my kale chips, crunching like I was doing something big. Felt so satisfied. And before I knew it, I had nibbled on this bowl of kale chips, but I had waited out. Koi, what are you doing? Something just fell. Okay, but I weighed it out so I knew how many cups of kale chips I had. When I put that in my little calculator, my calorie calculator, I had only eaten like 87 calories. I was like, bring me another bowl. I didn't do that, but it was so cool to just be able to munch away on something that was satisfying that urge that normally these would satisfy. And I didn't have to do that, minus all the extra fat and calories and grease. So I munched on my kale chips, drinking my ice water like I was really at the movies or something. Just feeling myself. And then I started to figure out, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? Because this was the first like meal in phase 3. Like, what am I gonna do? So I had decided that I was gonna try this shepherd's pie. Y'all, it was so good. Let me tell you what's in it. So you take a head of cauliflower and you break it up and you steam it. So much that it's tender that you can smash it. When I put some salt in my water that I was boiling in just to give it some more flavor, drained it, smashed it up, you put in a 1/4 cup of sour cream, and I used the dollop of Daisy, and it was full fat sour cream, and then you put in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Now, honestly, that did make me a little nervous. Like, okay, that's sour cream and cheddar cheese. Like, come on now, that's a lot. But really, when you look at it, a 1/4 cup, that ain't nothing. Especially when it's going for the entire recipe. It's not just for 1 serving. And I could have easily done that before on 1 serving or something. Don't give me a baked potato. Don't give me, a baked potato fully loaded with cheese and sour cream. Totally could have used that amount of both of those on just my 1 portion. But this was going through the entire portion, and I should pull out the pan. Before I get ahead of myself, let me just tell you what's in it. So you mash up the cauliflower, you put the cup of cheese, and you put the sour cream in, mix it up, keep mashing it, and I put some salt and pepper to season. Then I sauteed up some ground turkey with diced onion. Just sauteed that up, and it was just smelling so good in here. Like, I was just so excited. Like, ooh, smells, yumminess. Like, I missed it. Even when I came in from work today, you could smell the residual of last night. Just made me start like slobbering all over myself. So you saute up that ground turkey with the onion, and you lay that on the bottom of the pan. So that's your first layer. Then I sauteed up some green beans with a little bit of garlic. And I don't like mine mushy. I just like mine to have, I still like them to have crunch, but not raw. So I sauteed those up, and it was just everything's in the pan just to going. And I cut them up, like cut them in half so that they weren't long, because they were fresh green beans, but I didn't want them too small. So that was the second layer. You put that on top of the ground turkey. And then you top everything off with your mashed cauliflower with the cheese and the sour cream. Put it on there, and it's supposed to look like those cauliflower is supposed to be the mock version of the normal shepherd pie, which uses a lot of mashed potato. So after you put the cauliflower on top, you take just a 1/2 cup more and sprinkle that on the top of it. And you put it in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes until it's all bubbly and golden brown. If y'all want to see pictures, I posted pictures on my Instagram. So go to Instagram, Completely Candace, you'll find them. And it's so yummy. So put that in there for 30 minutes. It comes out all golden brown and bubbly, and I'm not really a big fan of cauliflower, and like I said, I was a little nervous about adding that sour cream and cheese, but really, if you think about it, the whole pan, which I did a 9 by 12, 9 by 13 pan with a 1/4 cup of sour cream and a 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. That's really not nothing. When I put it in my recipe calculator, which I'm not going to post that yet because I want to test it a few more times to see if it's accurate, but when I put it in my recipe calculator, and originally I thought it was for serving of 4, and that's what I put. It still only came to about 600 calories for my portion. But this thing is not a serving of 4. This is probably a serving of 8. So if you cut that down, that's only about 300 calories. Like I said before, when you're eating healthy and you're eating in moderation, it is a lot of work to get to 1,200 calories. And I did not go to bed hungry. I did not go to bed feeling empty. I felt good. Like, I wasn't full, I wasn't stuffed, I just was just right. Like, it was just a great, like, look at me, I'm eating normal, I'm doing it, I'm not overdoing it, I'm excited about what I'm eating. So it was a good first day. What I can say was a little hard, like I said, is when you're eating in front of the TV, I've heard many times they say eat your food at the table, because that way you can really pay attention to what you're eating. Because when you're in front of Dexter and you're watching him doing all his craziness, you're just eating away, and it's like your brain doesn't take enough time to get full. And so it was cool because when I posted the picture on Instagram, people were instantly like, that looks good. What is it? Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, I remember that. Save me some. Blah, 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 blah. But it made me like snap out of it and say, okay, Candace, even though you want to go back there and get some more because it is good, do you need more? Are you hungry, or are you just being greedy? Are you hungry, or are you just bored? Are you hungry, or are you just doing what's in habit? I was doing a habit, I was being greedy, and I was bored. Like, that's just what I normally do. So it was cool that I was able to catch it and then not let myself go back in there. Even later that night, I went to pack my lunch because I did have that for lunch today, and it was quite tasty. The second day, I mean, all the juices, everything just gets in there just right, and you're just like, yes, yes. So even when I went last night to pack it up, typically at nighttime you pack it up, you take a few more bites just to make sure it ain't poisonous, right? I put it in there, did not take no bites, did not lick the spoon. It was like, you're good. Stopped eating by 7:30, took my Nite Lite at 10:30, was asleep, woke up this morning, and I lost 1.6 pounds. Like, I mean, yeah, I did that. Like, all the way on phase 3, first day, nothing. It was nothing. Like, that's just what I do. I'm really feeling myself today, if you can't tell. Like, it was just a good first day. So I do have so much of the leftovers left. I will most likely have that for dinner, but I'm also going to add some salad to it because I want to make sure I get my grains in. Haven't really had that many today, so I wanted to put some more of that in the mix. And I need to catch up on my water. So while I'm being cocky today, don't know what tomorrow will be, but I'm gonna make up for it, and I'm gonna stay on my plan and just do what I need to do. So I really just wanted to share with y'all how good yesterday was, how freeing it was, how good I felt, and still how good I feel. I'm proud of myself. Like, I feel like it's happening. And I'm so motivated that this just has to work this time. And you guys are so cool and have my back so much. I can't let y'all down, and I can't let myself down. So we're going. We're on day 2. And so far, so good. Like I said, I'm doing the same thing, trying to keep it simple, not to get off of my routine, because that's when you make errors. And I'm gonna stick with it, y'all. I'm sticking with it. I don't know if I'm gonna lose more weight on phase 3, but what I've decided is I'm gonna give myself through this week for my body to kind of readjust to the foods I'm eating and not being on the drops. And then I'm gonna start walking next week. Walking, maybe doing a little jogging, maybe doing a little weight training. Who knows? But we are focused on getting healthy and losing the rest of this weight. It's happening. In 2013, it is happening. So, thank you for being there with me. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the tips. Thanks for just encouraging me and cheering me on. I appreciate it, y'all. And it has just been a great day. And I'm just happy that I'm sharing it with you guys. So you have a wonderful rest of the day. I gotta go finish getting my hair together and also get my dinner going, which will be my leftover shepherd's pie. Go check it out on Instagram, Completely Candace. Find me, add me, and we can keep in touch that way. Plus, I want to see some of you guys. Let me see who's following me, and let me see some of your pictures too. So that'll be fun. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.